Did you know who was Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj? To many, he is a hero, a king, and a legend. But to truly understand him, we have to look at the world he was born into, a time in the early 1600s when the Deccan was a playground for warring sultanates and the massive Mughal Empire. Born in 1630 to Shahji and Jijabai, Shivaji grew up watching foreign powers rule the land. While his father served these sultanates, Shivaji was raised with a different vision, shaped largely by the strong values and guidance of his mother. He didn't just want to serve a king, he wanted to create Swarajya, a kingdom for the people. Hi, I am Mr. AGS, but before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. At the young age of 16, he captured his first fort. It wasn't just an act of rebellion, it was a masterclass in strategy. He realized that the rugged Western Ghats were his greatest weapon. This was the birth of Ganimi Kava, guerrilla warfare. He knew that in the mountains, speed and surprise could defeat an army 10 times larger than his own. He became a master of the unexpected. Think about his legendary encounter with the veteran general Afzal Khan, or his daring midnight raid on Shaista Khan in the heart of a heavily guarded palace. These weren't just stories of bravery. They were calculated moves that broke the morale of the most powerful empires in India. But Shivaji's vision looked beyond the mountains. He was one of the few Indian rulers of his time to recognize a new kind of threat: the hat wearers from Europe. He saw the Portuguese, the English, and the Dutch using the sea to gain power. To counter them, he founded the Maratha navy and built massive sea forts like Sindhudurg, becoming one of the first Indian rulers to prioritize maritime defense. In 1674, at Raigad Fort, he was formally crowned Chhatrapati. This coronation was a turning point in history. It was a formal declaration that a sovereign Indian power had arrived, but he didn't stop at conquest. He revolutionized governance. He moved away from the old system of giving land to officials, which often led to the exploitation of farmers. Instead, he paid his officials in cash from the state treasury and established a council of 8 ministers to ensure fair rule. Even after his passing in 1680, his spirit of resistance lived on. The empire he founded didn't just survive, it expanded massively. Under the leadership of the Peshwas, the Marathas became a pan-Indian power. They controlled Delhi, marched into Lahore, and reached the borders of modern-day Pakistan. By the mid-18th century, they were the chief rivals of the British, who eventually realized that to control India, they had to defeat the Marathas. So when we ask who was Shivaji Maharaj, the answer isn't just a name in a textbook. He was the architect of a naval legacy, a master of mountain warfare, and a visionary administrator who proved that a dream of freedom could challenge the mightiest empires on earth. The next time you see a fort standing tall on a mountain peak, remember the story of the king who built a nation from the ground up.